Mondays are usually pretty hard for me and my son both to really get back into our routine, and on this particular Monday, neither of us were feeling it. So we cuddled a little bit while Kyle made us breakfast. He made a really delicious French toast with the sourdough brioche bread that I had made a couple of days prior. And Miles told me that he just really didn't want to go to daycare, and at the end of the year we're pulling him out of daycare and bringing him home anyways, so I thought, it's okay, you can just stay home with me today. So he was watching a movie, and I got started on the laundry and then headed back upstairs to clean up the kitchen after we had had breakfast. I really enjoy a slow morning. It's part of the reason I wake up so early, so that I can enjoy some coffee, and really I kind of enjoy the dark morning and watching the sun come up. It just kind of gets me in the right frame of mind to get my day started. And these slow mornings are really enjoyable, especially with Miles at home. Just really enjoy him being around. And right here he's playing with a camera that Kyle had found. It's a really old camera, still took film even, and we had to explain to him what that was, because in his lifetime all he has seen is, like the digital cameras or the cameras on our phone, and so he was really enjoying playing with that camera while I was cleaning. And then of course we had to go let Murphy out to play for the day. We do lock him up at night to keep him safe from any coyotes, or just keep him safe from wandering and getting himself into any trouble. And his house is very well built. My dad built that house, and every single wall is insulated, and it even has a windbreak, so he stays very warm in there. And it's crazy how fast the morning goes. After doing laundry and cleaning the kitchen, it was already time to get started on making lunch for Kyle. So he usually comes in the house at about noon, and we all have lunch together. So usually at about 11:30, I start making something for us to eat, and here I'm just making essentially a homemade hamburger helper. It's like a beef stroganoff type thing. It was pretty good. And after we ate lunch, Miles was exhausted from playing all morning, so he took a nap. And while he was napping, I watched one of my shows. I'm currently watching Justified. And so that's what I'm watching there, and doing a little bit of knitting. And then Monday evening when Kyle got home, he helped Miles address his letter to Santa, and we stuck it in the mailbox so Santa could get his letter of what he wanted for Christmas. And because I am not the greatest at vlogging every single day, I did combine 2 days into this vlog. So we are now on Tuesday, and I'm doing more laundry. I do about 1 or 2 loads of laundry every day, and so I'm folding the laundry here. Well, I was in the living room folding laundry, looked out to the window, and there's a bull running across the driveway. Thought, well, you're not supposed to be there. So I ran and grabbed my shoes and headed out to help Kyle, and in hindsight, that would have been great footage, but there was no time to grab a camera of any sort. But well, I was gonna say we got the bull situation handled, but no, we didn't. We just locked him in a field, and I guess we'll go back for him later, but he evidently does not want to be where he's supposed to be. After this morning's little interruption with the rogue bull, I went upstairs and started cleaning. I really enjoy a clean and tidy home. It really just helps me to be able to relax, and to be perfectly honest, this house is something that I have dreamed of since I was little. It's something I've always wanted, and I just feel like something that I can do is take really good care of this house, and I like to keep it clean and organized, and it's such a beautiful house. It deserves to be shown in a beautiful light, and so I'm just putting away all of the laundry and getting ready to straighten up our room and make the bed for the day. This bedroom is probably my favorite room in the entire house. It was something that I had seen, actually, I got inspired by Farmhouse on Boone. I watch her YouTube channel quite a bit, and she was showing her bathroom remodel, and I really liked the way her bathroom was designed, and so I kind of mimicked that, but added my own personal touches to it for our master bedroom and our master bathroom upstairs. And we're still not completely done. We have a few pieces of the trim that need to be put up. We have some nail holes that need filled and painted. But we have been working on this house for about a year, and we're very close to being done. We just have a few more things that need a little bit of work, but I am so incredibly impressed with how this bedroom turned out. And here in a couple of weeks, I do plan on doing a full house tour and showing you what each room looked like before we started working on it, and then what it looks like now. And then, of course, sharing with you some of our plans, for the next several years of what we would like to continue to work on for this house. And this house has been in Kyle's family since it was built in 1901 or 1902, somewhere in there. And everyone in his family that has lived here has taken very good care of this house, and Kyle and I plan to do that as well. Every generation, we feel, should contribute something back to the house. And so some of these remodels that we did is part of our contribution, and we have so many plans for the property and for the house to continue to improve upon. And this is that bathroom that I was talking about. You can't see a whole lot of it here, but when I pan around, you'll be able to see more. But that vanity and that cubby system was built by Kyle's dad, and it is absolutely perfect, and it adds so much storage to the bathroom. And I just really love how everything came together. I had a vision in my head, and I did my best to explain that vision to Kyle and his dad, and really they knocked it out of the park. This is such a beautiful bathroom, and I'm so happy with it. And this was kind of a last minute idea of ours. This is actually Kyle's grandmother's pie safe, and she used to keep it in the dining room downstairs. But with the china hutch that I had, we didn't have room for it, and I didn't really want to get rid of it. I thought it was such a beautiful piece, and it just happened to work out so perfectly up here in the hallway for some linen storage. There's not a whole lot of closets or storage in this house, and so this really helps us to be able to store our blankets and sheets and a few extra towels on the second floor. One of the things that I just kept thinking about while I was cleaning was just how much my life has changed in the last couple of years, and how blessed I really am. I mean, I'm literally living my dream life. I was able to quit working my full-time sales job, come home, and just focus on growing my business and focus on taking care of my house and my son and my husband. And I'm just truly living out my lifelong dream, and I'm so incredibly blessed and fortunate, and I do my very best to be productive and continue to take care of these beautiful blessings that have been bestowed upon me so that I can continue to live this life. And this clock, I'm getting ready to do the winding of it for the day, but this clock is one of my favorite pieces in the house. It was actually my grandmother's on my dad's side, and it was a gift from her employer. She worked for Amoco, And I don't remember if it was a retirement gift or if it was just like a 20-year anniversary gift, but either way, it was a gift from her employer, and it is such a beautiful clock. And this is the mudroom, and this is the catch-all room in the house. It's where we come in and we take our shoes off, and really it becomes a dumping ground. And I really don't like dumping grounds. I'm a little bit of, I'm a little OCD, and I don't like clutter and chaos. And so this room is a daily, sometimes multiple times a day task for me, and trying to keep it clean and organized. But I really enjoy having that space that we can come in and take our shoes off, because living on a farm, you never know what you're tracking in. So we don't wear our shoes in the house. And I prefer it that way because it helps to keep things cleaner, but it also just, like I said, with living on a farm and having multiple different livestock species, it's just best not to track that stuff in the house. And as you'll see, my mop water is steaming. I boil my mop water because, again, we live on a farm and you just never know what's going to be on the floors, and I like a clean and tidy house. So I boil the mop water before using it, and I usually do 2 or 3 runs of mop water until the mop water is clean after mopping. So my floors do get pretty dirty, and I like to keep them clean. So that's an every other day or everyday occurrence as well. There's a little bit better view of the bathroom. You can kind of see more of what's going on. And again, I'm just so happy with how the bedroom and bathroom turned out. It has been a long day of cleaning, so I did a very simple roasted chicken for dinner, and here I'm just going to clean up the kitchen, put it to bed, and then I am also going to go to bed. So I really appreciate you all watching, and I will catch you in the next video.